Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Prestior, and this is Langrisser Mobile. Alright, it's a new month, so new banner, and there are some characters I would like to pick up, so I'll be diving into that. Besides that, the only other thing I know of is that there's a new Covenant, but I don't really know much about it, and I haven't unlocked it yet. Sorry, my throat's a little clogged. Alright, let's dive right into this. Alright, so we got the Melody of Azure Dreams, which has Talia and Nymph. Nymph was, well, both characters were part of the previous event. I don't know if it's actually in the main story at all because I haven't been progressing through it. Anyway, let's dive right into this. Really, we just need one of each, and that's really it. Tatalia is essentially an assassin, while Nymph is a sort of a pseudo healer support that has some offensive potential. But really the big thing about her is her ability to do like a song that will have a chance of stunning characters after they take an action, which can be pretty powerful, and completely nullified by Reversion Zeal. I'm probably not going to use either of the characters. If I were to use any of them, it'll probably be Nymph, but right now the box I have doesn't really help. It has some potential in like a more slower tank push type setup, but not a desperate AoE box. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Apex is on their elimination stuff, so I don't need to worry about that for a while. And having these characters will at least give me more people that to go through the usual daily Gate of Fate grind. I think I'm at 80. It's either 80 or 90. Which means I guess I'll know in a second. Alright, I think next one will be Pity. Not the best of starts. So let's round this out with an off banner. Ah, called it. Alright, Lucia, you exist. Well, that's disappointing. Let's get going. Thankfully, the next couple of banners I don't think we need to worry too much about. At least not until the next collab. Where you get a Mega Mage. Are we going double pity? We're already past average. Alright, on to crystals. And double pity. There you go. Oh, that's just a lot of SRs at least. But I don't exactly need the time currency. Alright. Got Nymph. We need both characters because they actually use each other for their bonds. Alright, Wave Singer, a mysterious mermaid singer, paints a mental picture of a dreamy world. And these characters, of course, are original characters for the mobile game, for those that are actually concerned about that. But since I don't play the other Langrisser games, I don't really have a preference. So far, terrible rate and terrible off-banner rate. But at least we got Nymph. But I don't exactly want to devote a lot of resources towards this. But it looks like we're going to. So on average, you should be getting an SSR every 50, for those who do not know the rate. Well, at least we got it on 50. But now it's only a 40% chance for me to get what I need. Alright. I will take it. Pretty much abysmal rate, but Flower of Hope, a dark envoy who punishes evil and stands by the principles of justice. So, as I mentioned, the rates every 50 summons you should be getting an SSR, and then every 5th SSR should be an off-banner. With this, we are definitely way over on both accounts. But we're done. We're not summoning anymore, so we are good here. Alright, I will talk more about these characters after I get them all leveled up, so I'll BRB. Alright, that took me a bit. Before we dive into the Awakens and all that stuff, I did want to go ahead and show off the exclusive. There's one for Girl in the Shell, which is after taking action, if no damage was dealt this turn, gain Upgrade and Improve, which increases your intelligence and increases unit range when using a skill. and it can't be dispelled and can be removed. It's removed the moment you deal damage once. So this is kind of nice because it kind of gives her a head start on the getting her range up, which is pretty helpful. I need to still work on the enchants, unfortunately, but for right now, got it up and running. Besides that, I do have some unfortunate news for Tatalia. Her defensive bonds require Theon, and I do not have Theon. So she's going without defensive bonds. Thankfully, her as an assassin, you really only need the attack bonds, which are all it requires for that is Nymph. In the case of Nymph, the only thing she needs is she only needs Tatalia for her offensive bond, and for her defensive bond, she doesn't actually require anything except one of her filling out all of her classes. Alright, gear-wise, I kind of just grabbed what I had on laying around, so I actually am currently, all my last rites are currently occupied, which is a bit unfortunate, but did extreme magic bow and things like that. Possible other options would be the range bow, I think. Yeah, I think the range bow could also be a pretty good option. With her 3C, it could give her some reasonable range. She does have a nice variety of guard ignoring skills, including her own exclusive one that steals buffs as well. It's slightly stronger than Calamity. She also has access to Calamity, which is always good. She does have Sly Stride if you really need it. And then she has a well, I'll talk more about that in a bit, but she does have a move again, act again. That's 3 blocks, which is not bad. Unfortunately, that still doesn't compare to majority of the assassins that you would actually use. So that's kind of the place she's at. Since I don't have full bonds on her, I'm definitely not going to be using her anytime soon. And I'm not going to be able to get Theon for like over a month, I think. In any case, let's go ahead and go over her talent, because that is what Evil Breaking Law works with. When initiating battle, you get attack and crit chance. After battle, you'll deal fixed damage and apply 1 random debuff to all targets, to the target and all enemies within 1 block diagonally, specifically diagonally. After taking action, can choose to apply Evil Awareness, and using this applies the 1 random debuff. Nora's immunity cannot be dispelled. And last 3 turns, the skill can trigger again every 3 turns or whatever. So it's kind of similar. It's kind of like Kruger's ability, though in the case of Kruger, I believe you can still block it with crystal barriers. And then Evil Breaking Law will make it so you can apply debuffs to anyone that has the Evil Awareness, and within 1 ring range of them. Unfortunately, usually my first action is to use this ability, so it doesn't actually do anything because I don't have Evil Awareness up yet. I usually just use it for the 3 block move, which is kind of what she desperately needs. And yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. So, nothing else to really point out. Soldier choices, just mostly assassins. That's really all that stands out. I mean, I guess she does have access to Ghost of the Fog if you really want magic damage for whatever reason and want to use demon troops. But enough of all that. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Sin is hard to eliminate, but Tatalia won't stop fighting. I will eliminate all Sin from Ranchi with the Power of Despair. Alright. So yeah, we got Rodham there, Grinchill, and Auden Kelmo. Speaking of other assassins, this one of course has a grappling hook that has a lot more range than and better hit and run than poor Tatalia here. But that's okay. As long as I can tank the hit. Yep, I'm gonna get hit here. I don't know if I'll be able to live. Okay, you're doing the AoE. That's still gonna hurt a lot. Wait, how do I... Oh, I see what I did. I was confused because I had block, but what ended up happening was I stole the block buff, which was actually very helpful. Also, I'm not hindered by melee, which is also helpful. Alright, let's get you in range. Thankfully, the AI is not smart enough to actually put up portals. Alright, get our extra skill point that we currently have no use for. Alright. This chaotic kingdom needs order and rules, and Sotalia will sow hope amidst the desolation in the name of justice. Words are hard. Alright. Okay. Helena, Wandering Duelist, and Lightbringer. This one's using skill command. Good for them. Alright. Not sure what to think of all that. I'm assuming this Helena does not have her exclusive. You have the move again, act again? Yes, you do. You don't have chivalry. Well, that's not useful at all. So, yeah, I can get some first strikes in here, but that's not going to be that useful. Also, this thing doesn't have... Okay, she does have guard. Alright then. So you're the only one that can actually reach anybody. Ah, screwed up there. She can go 2 steps, so we actually have to take that into account. Okay. You're not guarding. Good for you. Okay.
どんどん激しくなってるね。タタリアどんどん激しくなってるね。タタリア登場。混沌よ、私の歩みを止められると
This will
思う
be
な。
stronger at least. Alright, quick and easy. Alright, Dark Devour. Oh, before we do that.
光は目の前に。光は目の前に。
Alright, so we can go ahead and replace that. Alright, when initiating battle, cannot be killed by deadly attacks. Can trigger once per battle. If there is an enemy with evil awareness within 3 blocks, take 15% reduced damage. So this is similar to Sherry's exclusive, where she can't be killed when she initiates battle either. Not sure how useful that really is. Increased crit chance, attacks a single enemy, dealing damage, ignores guard, has 3 range. When equipped with the ranged soldiers, they will also attack. The damage multiplier is equivalent to the target's maximum damage multiplier for single target skills, minimum 1.3, maximum 2 times. After battle, it restores HP equal to 30% damage dealt. So yeah, this spell's a bit strange. Its damage multiplier is based off the targets. So for example, if this were to a target, I don't know, like Alicia here, it would be based off the highest one. So there's 1.4 and this one's 1.6, so it would be 1.6. So yeah, pretty interesting. It'll go up to 4 range if you were to equip the the range bow, which can kind of give her at least some pretty decent range, because she can move 3, then move again another 3, and then range 4. So that's like effectively 10 range. But she doesn't really have a follow-up after that. She's kind of just there. Besides that, so let's go ahead and dive to the next character. Where are you? There you are. Alright, we got Nymph here. I have her bonds taken care of, but I didn't realize she needed axe, or the fact that she used the light armor. So she's not fully decked out yet. She's close, but not quite. There's also more characters with casting pattern skills, but none of them I have prepared. I think one of them is Tsubame this month. In any case, she's able to use staves and hammers despite being aquatic. Both her classes are aquatic, which is pretty interesting. She does have an ability that allows her to change terrain into water for the target, which is good for Yormananger, or whatever it's called, if you're not using, or if you don't want to use Juggler. She does have an AoE that does damage and heals. She also has a unique heal that not only heals the target, it heals herself. It also applies Tidal Surge, which changes target movement to aquatic. It also gives kind of a passive heal on top of it. So kind of interesting stuff. She does have access to a few single target spells, Free Strike, Holy Word, as well as some buffs. So nothing too crazy at the moment. Soldier-wise, she does have kind of a variety of aquatic as well as caster archer types. And gear-wise, again, I wasn't really prepared for this, so I just gave her an Azure Legend. I leveled up a Gift of Eternal Life, gave her a King's Crown for the time being. I think Kong's video said something about giving her a Tenyos, but as far as I can tell, at least the class I have assigned to her can't actually use a Tenyos headdress. Oh, one other thing to note about the classes. This class has 2 range, and the other one is a melee class. Both of them still use intelligence regardless. Besides that, also accessory-wise, I didn't really have any options, so I just gave her a holy ring. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and dive into this. A mournful song echoing, tears flowing like pearls. Oh, you have sinned, I will play your final song. Murder everyone. Alright. Oh, I didn't even go over her talent, I apologize. When this unit has a buff, she gets increased intelligence. At the start of battle, she'll get a fantasy bubble to allies within one block. The next instance of AoE damage taken will be reduced, and then after taking action, there's a 50% chance to gain a random buff. Every 3 times a skill is used thereafter, the fantasy bubble effect is applied after taking action. Yep. And it lasts 3 turns and can't be dispelled, and it's removed if you ever take any AoE damage. So she's actually pretty useful as a support in the fact that she can actually help deal with AoE rushes. Though AoE rushes is not something that's really heavy at the moment, but still, it's a threat regardless. Conveniently, that move has 3 range. Well, thank you for the water train. I think I'm just gonna make this a lot easier to deal with. Also, the final guy is Aaron. Aaron. Alright, I don't know. I don't know what the reason for this is, but okay. Bye-bye, Aaron. Suppose the Aaron can tank physical pretty well, but magic is, yeah, not really an option. Alright, let's do this. I will continue to drift in this world, singing dreams and hopes with my transcendent voice. Murder everyone. Alright, so this time we have young Jessica, Ricky, and Hilda. She is using Holy Word Tidal Dance in that move. Okay. That's actually a good idea. Let's switch this for Holy Word. Alright. Oh, her bubble range is further than mine. Yeah, it's kind of nice that it opens with this, because that makes taking AoEs at the start a lot easier, especially in things like World Arena. Alright. Are you actually going to transform? Transform. Pretty sure the AI is not smart enough to actually transform. Right, we don't exactly want to be attacked immediately, so we're kind of stuck here. Alright. Alright, with this I can just heal everybody. You didn't put up guard, and you don't have guard, right? Yeah. Alright.
りに触れるがいいわ。
ついに私の出番だ。
Oh, you are guarding.
消えなさい軟弱者。女神の怒りに触れるがいいわ。
That's gonna hurt. Wow, that didn't work at all.
光は私と共に。
次回はどんな役を演じましょうか。
Okay.
女
Oh,
神の
great.
名において女神の怒りに触れるがいいわ。私に命令。
このような敵
Let's deal with you before you annoy me forever. Thank you.
私に命令かしら。私に命令かしら。私に
Oh,
命
you
令
can only go in
かしら。
straight lines. Gotcha.
これが私の全力よ。
幕が
Okay.
私が舞台に立つ時が来ました。
女神の名において。
次回はどんな役を演じましょうか。
あら、光は私と共に。あら、殺せばいいのよ。
ついに私の出番だ。
殺せばいいのよ。
Okay, no surprises there. I am getting the crap beat out of me though.
私に光は私と共に。女神の怒りに触れるがいいわ。女神の名において。私に命令かしら。
このよう
Okay,
な
it would
敵
be nice if you stopped hitting me for all that damage. Okay. We can breathe now.
私に女神の名において。あ
Be
ら、
nice if you would
殺せば
stop.
いいのよ。消えなさい軟弱者。
We can actually do some damage.
話にもならん。
Okay, good enough. Bit messy, but it worked. Alright.
深海からの誘いです。深海からの誘いです。
Alright, final encore. Alright, when used, grants 1 additional talent count stack and restores HP equal to 2 times the caster's int to multiple units within range, which is 3 span, while applying 15% increased damage dealt for 2 turns. After using this skill, restore HP equal to 2 times int to all allied units within 2 blocks after taking action for 2 turns. Also grants Serenade. After enemies take action, has a chance to inflict Dormant. Cannot take action on next turn. Removed when taking damage. Lasts for 2 turns. Serenade can't be dispelled. Can trigger up to 4 times throughout its duration. The closer the enemy is, the higher their chance of being afflicted, up to 100% chance. Cannot be applied again if the unit is already afflicted with Dormant. So yeah, it's very interesting. It can Yeah, the closer they are, the higher the chances are that they'll just get randomly stunned, essentially. And the stun will last as long as you don't damage them. So, yeah, it can really mess up somebody's game plan as they just suddenly get null. Because a lot of characters tend to use the act again, move again stuff to, you know, cover ground and quickly close the distance so they can attack. This can ruin it because they'll close in and then act again and immediately get themselves dormant, in which case they just sit there. Of course, I'm pretty sure this doesn't bypass immunity, so you have to make sure you ban Rose and Seal at the very least. And even then, there's any characters that I don't know if stun immunity will stop it, but there's of course things like Gospel and all that can also prevent it from happening. Also, it can be dispelled, so that's another thing. But we got all this taken care of, and that'll be it for this week. So, like I said, I'm probably not going to be using either of these characters anytime soon. For one, they're 3 stars and they're not built. So, until next time, I'm the Depressed Hero. This was Langrisser Mobile. I'll see you guys later.